Hello there, everybody. Sabata92 aka Nightmare, and welcome back to Fate Zero Censored. Yep. Apparently, I had watched the censored episodes because apparently Crunchyroll does not have the uncensored versions, which actually isn't that big of a deal, I personally think, mostly because Time Axis, you kind of pointed this out, also again, shout out to Time Axis. I get the feeling you probably wouldn't have been the biggest fan of the uncensored, brutal child murder scenes, so you probably lucked out with this particular batch of episodes being censored. Yes, I most certainly did. That is certainly one thing that I don't think I ever possibly ever want to see, so I'm grateful for that. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to probably stick with the censored version because I don't have any other sites where I can, watch this in an uncensored format. Funimation doesn't have it. I don't want to shell out more money to get Netflix subscription whenever I've got a subscription to Funimation and Crunchyroll at the same time. And I tried going to this site called, I think it was called Kiss Anime, but it would not allow me to do it because I had a sandbox thing going on. I did not know entirely what that was, but let's just say I did not really want a headache. So, until further notice, we're sticking with the censored version, which overall I'm not really seeing any much of a difference. Like, I'm still enjoying the show. I mean, for God's sake, we're already seeing blood exploding and everything, so it doesn't really seem that censored. But anyway, let's get back into the show. Okay, so with this episode, we got a little bit more into Lancer's backstory, what happened to him, how he basically charmed a woman who was in an arranged marriage, and then her husband, I'm guessing, killed him. Not killed her, but killed him. His name, for the life of me, I'm having such a hard time trying to pronounce it properly. On the other hand, Kenneth lost his command spells because his wife is, infatuated with Lancer to an unhealthy degree just because of that dimple that he's got. Apparently that charms women. Okay, that's great. Also, that scene of him breaking his pinky kind of hurt my own pinky intact, and now I am just clutching it, trying to make the throbbing stop. And we got ourselves, now I could finally see what the whole censored area was. I didn't really see it. Okay, you know what I meant. I saw the stereotypical how you censor something, usually with black shadows or stuff like that. And I actually did not have too much of an issue with said censor. Now, funny, no, not funny at all. That's actually quite messed up. I'm gonna get into contact with one of my friends real quick, see if they can get in contact to help me out a little bit here. Because again, I'm not entirely sure if it's a good idea swapping to the uncensored, but I'm pretty sure people will be very upset if I didn't. And I want to avoid any conflict at all possible, so I'm going to go ahead and just jump into the next episode after I see if I can get my hands on an uncensored version that does not give me viruses on my computer. So I'll see you guys in that episode. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Hello there, everybody. Now we are on episode 10 of Fate Zero. I have gotten some help from Butler, by the way. Thank you. Gave me another site to try to go to where I can get the uncensored version. And hopefully this works. In the last episode, we got ourselves a little bit more information concerning Lancer's past. And with him having a name that I still, for the life of me, cannot fucking pronounce. And Kenneth is pretty much out of the picture because, magic circuits, cut. Good job, Kiritsugu, by the way. That is a scary bullet you've got there, my man. And his wife, I'm guessing she kind of has the hots for him, mostly because of that, that dimple thing that charms women, I guess? Which kind of led to Lancer's death in his past, which is kind of upsetting in a sense, but yeesh. Anyway, let's just go ahead and see what the hell is going on. Oh, also, we got a little bit more information. Ryder Ryder and his master Waver-kun are like the first people who discover is like, oh shit, wait, Assassin's still alive. Okay, that's kind of fucked. So good news on that. Bad news though, that kind of tells me that if they don't get this information out soon, they're probably going to get murdered, and that's probably not a good thing, if I had to guess. So, oh dear God. Alright, so that was basically the Mini-Rin episode. In that regard, we got to see a little bit how Tosca's family life is, how Tokiyami is not the smartest parent by leaving a fucking book that could possibly kill her just where she could get it easily. Not the smartest move, Tokiyami. Not the smartest move. Ugh. Although it was a smart move, you kind of giving her the compass, and it was also not a smart move because then she started to do something that she really shouldn't have done, but at the end, she did save a bunch of children in that regard, and she did show that she does have she's got magical talent, definitely. Also, Kadia definitely in for the save, so good job on that one, Kadia. I was wondering where the hell he was, so I'm kind of glad that we finally got to see him again. Where the fuck he's been hiding. The sad part is I want to root for Kadia, but stop making me want to put faith in Kadia. Stop it. Serial killer dude whose name I keep forgetting. Ryunosuke, I think that was his name. I think that's what his name was. I might be wrong. I'm not entirely sure. But if it is, Ryunosuke, you're a dumbass. Well, you're a cocky dumbass, but still a dumbass. In that regard, I'm going to go jump over to the next episode, so I will see you guys there. Alright everybody, and now we are on episode 11 of Fate Zero. In the last episode was basically the Mini-Rin episode, where we only got to see how her family life is, with her learning how to use mana and magic itself, but also how she, through her reckless actions, she did save many children's lives. And in that regard, I can just go ahead and give her a pass on that. I'll give her that. She did a good job. She saved people. That's the important thing. And right before Castor could kill her, in comes Kadia for the save. So, good job, Kadia. Also, that animation, that few seconds of animation was really well done. Kind of makes me marvel at Ufotable animation production. So, it's making me root for Kadia. It's making me root for Kadia. Damn it. Stop it. Okay, let's just get into this next episode and see what happens on here. That was actually, I just realized that was a much longer episode. Okay, so clearly this was the Ryder/Alexander the Great episode. And it started off utterly fantastic. Okay, I think this has officially become like my most favorite episode out of this show so far. Just because of how silly, and it just felt very lighthearted having, Arturia, Gilgamesh, and Alexander all just kind of sitting around drinking wine, and Gilgamesh is like, bitch, that wine sucks, here's my wine. And he's sharing his best wine with two people he's going to be probably killing. I just found that utterly amusing to me. Okay, also, we got to see what Alexander's Noble Phantasm was. And also, he created a reality marble too, which is even cooler. So a reality marble on top of a badass Noble Phantasm of just his entire fucking army. And his really cool horse, I swear I forgot what the horse's name was. Damn it, I studied this in history. How the hell did I forget this? So far this had to have been my favorite episode so far out of the show. It was great. And I'm not entirely sure if Assassin is actually dead or not. I mean, it might be very convincing that Assassin is dead, considering how many were killed, but we still don't have an entire confirmation as to why, or if, Assassin is dead. And I won't be able to know that until, next week, which that's gonna kind of suck on the wait. But I've got another site that we can finally watch this uncensored, so I am not prepared for any of the stomach churning that I'm probably going to end up seeing, but all good. Anyway, okay, yeah, I'm going to say it again. by far my most favorite episode. Also, Assassin, you kind of brought that on yourself whenever you refused the man's drink. How dare you? Oh well. It's like how Gilgamesh was kind of sitting there mostly just unimpressed throughout the whole thing. But also, I guess Arturia got a bit of a taste of reality about she really, technically, I guess in that case, wasn't so much a king in that sense. I felt like that was needed to help her, you know, facilitate her character growth in, like, the actual, like, Fate Stay Night and stuff like that. So, that looked like it must have been, like, the beginning of, you know, sort of beginning of Arturia's development, possibly. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys like this, be sure to let me know. So I'll see you guys next week.